First time in nearly 2 years, we are back. TGW is now presenting the Rainbow Six Siege 1v1 tournament for the championship. That is correct, everybody. For the first time in nearly 2 years, the Gaming Weekly is indeed back for more Rainbow Six Siege action to crown a new champion. Hey, everybody, welcome to Game Side. Back at it again. Adrian Matt alongside with the newest TGW acquisitions, Brayden and Weadic on commentary. Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Hello.
So you guys are very familiar with Rainbow Six Siege, I would imagine, well, at least with you, Brayden, because I heard before the broadcast Weadic doesn't really like Rainbow Six Siege, or at least doesn't play it as often.
Don't play it as often.
Yeah, well, I know I have to beg him to get on, so.
Well, speaking about begging, I was begging all week long not to see Minigun Killer 10 back into this, but he's actually back. Why? Why is this nerd? Why is this goofhead actually back in the broadcast? I said it before and I'll say it again. Minigun Killer 10 should be back in the retirement home. Minigun Killer 10 should be sitting back, taking a nap, whatever the case may be, and he should not be back in TGW because it's not 2016 anymore. It's not even 2017 as well. This is 2022. It's about the new up-and-coming superstars in the Gaming Weekly. We're not supposed to go back in time. We're not supposed to be broadcasting Minigun Killer 10. Minigun Killer 10 is probably the most unprofessional member in the Gaming Weekly history. I'm sure you guys have something to say about that.
I'm watching
Yeah.
my dude's gameplay, guys.
Oh, come on. You know what? You want to... Hold on. You call this gameplay? Look at Minigun Killer 10. He's literally just stalking around, trying to find his opponent. But he's so bad at this game, I can already tell. You can already tell that this guy has absolutely no skills, absolutely no experience when it comes to this game. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Jazz completely destroyed Minigun with a shot to the skull. Minigun's carcass collapsed.
Gotta think about it.
It was.
You have to have good accuracy in this game.
I hope Minigun loses drastically. This is what I'm hoping for. Brayden, I'm going to go ahead and ask you, though. You played Rainbow Six Siege. What would the strategy be for one Minigun Killer 10 and Jazz to advance in the tournament?
Stealthy, I guess. If it's a 1v1, you don't want to know where your enemy is, obviously, so shooting other games as much as possible is a good idea.
Yeah, acting stealthy, making sure that you pick up the pace as well, picking up the, the different components. Not just that, but also showing off your capabilities, so on and so forth. I'm just a little flabbergasted because, again, Minigun Killer 10 is a game. We understand that there's going to be so many other TGW superstars competing here tonight, but I can't believe out of all of them, it had to be Minigun himself that decided to return. It's like a ghost from the past. Instead of a ghost, though, it's a nerd. It's a nerd returning here tonight. You know, Minigun actually said before the broadcast that it was his dream to become a champion once again in the Gaming Weekly. That he wanted to do everything he could to become a champion one final time for one final run here in this community. Well, I'm here to say that Minigun's dreams are going to be dashed here tonight because I don't see Minigun advancing. Listen, I made this analogy before the broadcast and it's true. When you hear Troy Aikman calling a football game, you don't see Troy Aikman, during the third quarter of the football game, go back to the locker room area, take off his headset, put his football gear, and go in the entire stadium and play football. No, you see Troy Aikman becoming an announcer, and Minigun was an announcer at one point in time, and now he's back to competing again. This guy's ego is completely overblown. Come on, it's ridiculous. I don't like where this is heading. I hope Jazz completely destroys him. There's Jazz at the moment, though. And Brayden, you talked about it being completely stealthy in a matchup like this, trying to make sure that you are at a close range. And Jazz now continues to use his drone to try to find the opponent Minigun.
Okay, this is
ridiculous.
This guy's got to ignore me. Wait, who is this? Who's that me?
It's me, Brayden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys are in the game. You guys are in the game because you have to kill yourself so you can actually
spectate.
spectate.
With your grenades.
Wait, do you have like a grenade or something?
I mean, I have the...
Get him, Jazz!
Right,
get him, Jazz! Get him!
Let's go.
The hell happened?
All right,
Minigun just killed Jazz?
Minigun won.
I'm trying to find a
come on, so that means he's going to advance because technically you guys are not in the game. So he actually won that one.
Yeah, he did. We're just trying to kill ourselves.
Oh my god. No, I think, you know what? I think I saw some form of hack or something. That's what I just saw. Minigun, I believe, was just hacking moments ago.
Oh, no, I think he just won fair and square.
He did not win fair and square. Did you see the screen that I was watching? I mean, he was using a weapon that's not even in the game.
Just shoot me.
Well, Minigun has no other choice.
Wait, no, I
but
should
to
have shot
eliminate
you.
right
Oh,
there.
dumbass.
Nonetheless, though, of course, Weadic is still in the game, too. Again, my broadcast colleagues are in the game at the moment. What a shock.
Okay,
Minigun has the pace.
We haven't played this game for a while at TGW, so we're a bit rusty at the spectating part.
No, don't worry. We already knew that. Nonetheless, round 3, this is the match point, Braden and Weadic. And we apparently, I believe it's a tie. 1 point for the blue team, 1 point for the orange team, 1 point for Minigun, 1 point for Jazz. Hopefully Jazz is able to pick this one apart and destroy Minigun. I hope Minigun collapses here tonight. Minigun's dreams of becoming a worthy champion are going to be completely dashed. As I mentioned, Minigun's dreams are going to collapse here tonight. And for Minigun himself to come back to steal the spotlight, this is ridiculous, and this is very disrespectful in my eyes.
Yeah, he did
We'll
pick
have
up
to
the
see.
ball again.
What were you going to say, Weadic?
We'll have to see, because, like, hey, anything could happen in these games.
Well, anything could happen, you're right. I'm hoping that he does not advance. I hope he loses. I hope.
It's really...
I don't want to see this guy back.
It's kind of up to, like, who's played this more and who has, like, better strategy.
Hey, you know what? Speaking about strategy, I heard Minigun's strategy was just eating hamburgers all day so he can prepare himself for this matchup.
Hamburgers are good, I would say.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but he
good,
eats about
honestly.
10. Yeah, but he eats about 10 or 15. That's what I heard.
Eaten 10.
Well, this
And
guy
one save.
is the king of eating unhealthy.
Maybe like Happy Meal size. But, you know.
And here we go. Matchup, ladies and gentlemen, once again is underway. This is the match point for the tournament to determine who's going to be the champion. The 1v1 series has commenced live in TGW for the first time in nearly 2 years. It is going to be absolutely intense here tonight. There are defenders and attackers here on Rainbow Six Siege. Again, we're joined by Weadic and Braden here tonight. I'm Adrian Matt at GameSide as well, and I'm spectating specifically Minigun Killer 10. This man decided to steal the spotlight tonight. I mean, come on. It was bad enough for him to steal the spotlight on Halo for so many years. It was bad enough that he returned in 2017 to become a champion. It's already worse enough that it's 2022 and this guy's still around. This guy's about 90 years old. He's probably stumbling in real life. He probably actually is in a retirement home, and the people taking care, the caregivers are actually allowing him to play his Xbox. As you see, Minigun Killer 10. Look, he's wobbling. Look, he's wobbling. Do you guys see that? He's wobbling just like how he walks in real life.
I can't spectate.
Each time you make a joke, I just hear crickets.
That's nice. You know, that's you know what, crickets, you're right. That's how symbolic it is when we're watching a Minigun Killer 10 match. All we hear is crickets.
This
That's
match
'cause
is
he's
going
stealthy.
pretty slow, though.
That's good.
But it
So
is good
thanks
that
for
Braden said.
complimenting him.
Actually, quite surprised you even used the word good. You know, the word good and Minigun Killer 10 did not even mix.
Yeah, but you do need to be stealthy in this game, and that's what he's doing. That's what he's
you're
doing
right.
good.
Oh, you're right. You got to be stealthy, and that's exactly what he's doing. I guess he's going to be taking the strategic approach. Oh, wait a second. A shot fired. And Minigun's going to be turning his back into the turncoat, so to speak. Into the room now, beginning to find his opponent. A very strange way of spectating our TGW superstars. But nonetheless, this is the way we spectate here on Rainbow Six Siege at the moment, at least for the time being. And ladies and gentlemen, again, I just don't understand why in the world this guy decided to return out of all the days. He could have just sat back. He could have put his ego aside. He could have just said, you know what, this is about the new TGW superstars. This is about the new members trying to make a name for themselves, for them to rise up in the pecking order, for them to be reaching to the next stratosphere. But here comes Big Head Minigun Killer 10, who has no other choice but to return to again, steal the spotlight. You know what? His name isn't even Minigun Killer 10. It's actually Mini Nerd 10.
Or you did just make that up yourself.
Well, it took me about 2 seconds, but...
Alright, well from that, he is captain, I believe, the defender.
Oh, wait a second, Braden, look at this! Jazz and Minigun Killer 10 making contact! Yes! Yes! Jazz! Jazz has defeated Minigun! Jazz has defeated Minigun! That's what you do! Yes!
That was a
Jazz
good
has
peek.
completely compartmentalized Minigun, and that means Jazz actually advances. Minigun Killer 10 had no business being here. He had no business being here, folks, and I hope this was the final time we ever see this guy. He was putting on Discord earlier this week saying that he was going to return to TGW for a championship match or for a one final run and yada, yada, yada. And look what happened. He failed. Completely failed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting set for the next round, for the next round of the tournament. But before we actually end this segment, let me just tell you this. Let's hope that this will be the final time we ever talk about Minigun Killer 10. Let's hope this will be the final time we ever see Minigun in a game. Let's hope this will be the final time that I ever utter the words Minigun Killer 10, because this guy already ruined TGW back in 2016 and 2017. Now he's back at it again in 2022 when it's supposed to be my show. Do you guys remember 2 weeks ago in the TGW reunion event? In the TGW Retro event, this guy joined on commentary trying to steal my spotlight. I haven't forgot about that. If you guys recall, he cursed me out at the end of the broadcast. I never got my revenge. Let's put it this way, tonight was my revenge. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that we're done with that silliness with Minigun Killer 10, he is out of the picture finally. Now we can actually sit back and broadcast this like true broadcast professionals here on commentary. We Attic, Braden, and Adrian Matt at Gameside. Gentlemen, are you guys ready for this round?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready
actually
for it.
excited to see how they play because, one, I've never seen how they play, and two, you said they're friends, so they're probably going to be competitive.
Time to prove who's better. Because I'm sure that.
And you're right, it is.
I'm sure that with between me and Noah, this is definitely gonna go down.
Well, I heard that you guys are going to be also soiling your hands later on tonight in the match. We're going to find out in just a moment, but nonetheless here tonight, you're right. It's time to see who is better, because all friendships aside, they are battling for one prestigious title. They are battling for the coveted championship, the Rainbow Six Siege 1v1 Championship. It's going to happen tonight. Evil Robobot versus Ace Icy. For those who are familiar with these two idiots, these two are very good friends, and well, tonight they're turned into bitter enemies for the sake of the championship. And it looks like Ace Icy already has his own strategy, his own game plan at the early going to this matchup, which is a very smart thing that you're going to want to do, right, Braden?
Yep, definitely. And like his player, because they might be watching the stream. His player is good for definitely being stealthy, because just the illusion. It's a good push.
And there's Evil Robobot and Ace Icy. They're actually near each other. This is going to be interesting to see what's going to be developing over the next couple of seconds. They're one room away. Look at this. Shots fired now. And now the blue team planted the diffuser. Here we go. A shot right there to the midsection. Evil Robobot went down and out. Ace Icy, I believe now, is going to be advancing, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Ace, who actually picked up that shot. He won the first round. So, gentlemen, my question to you guys now is this. With Ace's first shot and victory, do you believe he has the pace of the matchup?
He definitely has more confidence over Evil, I can tell.
Yep.
And I feel like he'll go in with more of a better strategy. He had a good strategy at the start, Evil did, but he will eventually, he'll understand how he plays, and I bet that because they're friends. So, really, anything can happen this round.
And you made a very good point, though. The fact that these two are friends, perhaps maybe they actually know each other so well, they can perhaps maybe strategize within themselves what the opponent is going to do because they're so familiar with each other. Braden, would you concur with that assessment? Do you agree?
I can relate to it because I'm gonna beat Noah's ass, and I'm sure that he will try his best to beat mine back.
I can't wait to see that one. And what the? Well, sorry, I was actually spectating Braden. I thought for a quick second the Robobot was dumb enough to blow himself up, although he is that dumb enough. And Evil Robobot now, and this time around, in this round, I'm going to be spectating the Evil Robobot man, the man that would love to become a champion at the end of the tunnel. He did state so many times in the past that he would love to become a Rainbow Six Siege champion. In fact, this is his strong suit. This is his wheelhouse. Evil Robobot's been playing Rainbow Six Siege for so many years, so out of all the players tonight, perhaps maybe Evil Robobot is indeed the dark horse to win the entire tournament, but we're about to find out because moments ago, Ace Icy did cut the momentum off from Evil.
Can't wait to see the gameplay between these two.
Yep. He will just
I can
basically
hear
scatter around.
The enemy, he's not pushing in. Certainly not doing the stealthy tactic.
That's me, Brent.
Sounds are very. I gotta tell you, sounds are very. Wait a second. Here we go. The orange team dropping the diffuser there. Developing story transpiring. Ace Icy and Evil Robobot making contact yet again. Shots fired though. Evil now this time
around. And that's
around.
what I said.
Evil Robobot. You're right. Exactly what you said
Evil
moments
would
ago.
learn from
Effect.
the first round, and he has to like push in more, and he definitely did get like more strategy that round. Breaking through the wall at the start was a really good strategy, actually.
And this is going to be the turning point of the matchup. This is going to be, as you see at the top of your screen, the match point. This is going to be quite interesting. We have Evil Robobot with 1 point. We have Ace with another point. If whoever actually gets the next distinct point will actually have the advantage for the rest of the tournament. And this is going to be, like I said, very interesting right here, right now. We're getting set for the next round, and I still can't help to revisit what happened earlier on when Minigun Killer 10 completely made a fool out of himself. He actually did think that he was going to come back for one night to become the star in the Gaming Weekly. And how did that work out for him? Anyhow, going back to this one, though, Evil Robobot and Ace Icy, the two jesters of TGW, as I like to call them, battling for the next position, I guess, to advance in the tournament.
Attackers have discovered the location of
And this is actually quite interesting. I think Ace found Evil Robobot's drone, and he's following that drone, and I believe he shot it off. I was saying this moments ago, how sounds are very crucial in a game like this. You have to literally listen in. Every single sound could be a potential mark from your opponent. That's why you have to make sure that you're listening in closely.
Yeah, and definitely with the crouching in this game, you barely hear anything with footsteps. So normally when you do crouch in this game, it is difficult to hear, and that's why normally how I play, I normally stop moving and then listen and then move again. It's a strategy-based game. Like, it takes a lot of strategy and opportunity to figure out where they are and how to get past them.
Yeah, a lot of strategies, a lot of planning before, and not just that, but also even after. Even if you lose in the matchup, sometimes you're going to have to rewatch the footage to know exactly what we did wrong. That way you can strategize in the future matches and obviously get better from there. As you can see, little Robobot now slamming through inside this room, looking for Ace, and Ace is nowhere to be found here. And this is going to be a very interesting dilemma because of the fact that both of these men are at 1 point apiece. Remember, the next man with the next shot will indeed win this round and advance in the tournament. We saw Jazz advancing. The winner of this match is going to be facing Jazz next week in TGW. And what does Evil have in mind? Oh, wait a second! Those precious seconds may have cost Evil for a moment. You saw Evil was actually using some sort of device, and that allowed Ace to capitalize. And that could have been the factor right there. For just a split second, you saw Evil Robobot using a device, which allowed Ace Icy to indeed, I believe, pick up that victory there. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ace Icy does advance. Of course, my broadcast colleague Braden is still in the game at the moment.
Yeah,
he's going to be eliminated in just a moment.
I have to eliminate him so it doesn't affect his score.
Well, of course, but I was just going to say this, guys. Ace Icy with a shocking victory. For just a split second, you saw Evil using that said device, and Ace Icy walked into it, and Evil realized that that could have been precious seconds for him to attack none other than Ace. So congratulations to Ace, who advanced in the tournament here tonight. We'll be facing Jazz next week in TGW.
And there's where the strategy did come in, though, when he shot his feet, because he knew that the shield wouldn't go down far enough to block
Great
his
catch.
feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out who's going to be advancing once more again next round, round 3, segment 3 in the Gaming Weekly. This is now the third of 4 matches as we're continuing this tournament to again determine the champion at the end of the tunnel. It will continue next week in the Gaming Weekly at Gameside. Adrian Matt, Braden, and we Attic. Of course, guys, what a blast we're having tonight.
KX, gotta say, he went an interesting route, picking his dude.
Yes, in fact, before the segment, it was so close we were going to determine that KX was going to advance before Micro came along. So it's going to be Microcracker making his TGW debut along with KX. The two are going to be facing each other off in just a moment to determine who's going to be advancing next week in TGW. The winner of this match is actually going to be facing the winner of your guys' match. Because I understand that you guys are in the tournament. Braden versus Wee Attic. Going to be happening next in the next segment, the final segment, the main event.
That'll be interesting.
So it will be interesting. Is it me or is the round still starting?
Someone's choosing their dudes to...
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
We talked about the different implementations of strategies. You're going to have to do all you can to use your strategy effectively so you can indeed advance in this tournament. So much intensity, there's so much pride as well as integrity for these TGW superstars to try to stand out, for them to rise up into the ranks, for them to prove to themselves and to everyone watching in the Gaming Weekly that they have what it takes to be a serious, formidable contender and have what it takes to be a proud champion. Again, for the prestigious, coveted title at the end of the tunnel, the Rainbow Six Siege champion. Who will be that champion? We're going to find out next week as we're continuing the tournament for tonight. The first round of matches happening right now.
KX is definitely doing some weird stuff, I gotta say, while I'm spectating.
Yes,
There's some
yes,
weird
we are not.
strategies happening right now.
Yes, this is unlike any other strategy. Actually, KX is literally at the top of this vehicle. I guess waiting for the opponent to arrive and shoot them down.
But if
I
anything,
guess.
oh.
What is he doing?
All right.
Okay,
So.
nonetheless. So it looks like Mr. KX decided to kill himself live on stream. I guess that was pretty smart of him to do. I think that was actually on accident. I don't think he actually did that on purpose.
I think he did do
believe.
it on
There's
purpose.
no way.
He has control
Did
of
he?
the fell. Just slip out of
Was
his
he-
hands.
Perhaps, I don't know, but the championship, again, this is all for the title, so, I mean, if I'm KX, I would be taking this a little bit more seriously, unless if he's just here to goof off, but Microcracker 9, who we did speak moments ago, telling us, quote, he's not good at the game, he just got a free shot there, a freebie.
Well,
I do
definitely
think that
more winning.
might have been a bait, or he might be just giving him the title. I'm not sure.
You know, and you mention it, quote, bait. And it could be that, maybe trying to get into the mind of the opponent. Perhaps KX is trying to get into the mind, the psychological warfare, to think that Micro's probably thinking, hey, you know what, KX, he seems like a very easy opponent, and boom, out of nowhere, become a very destructive force.
Honestly, that would be a great strategy, especially because they can't hear each other right now. So, anything could happen.
Anything could happen, and we're about to find out for this match, for this round, here tonight. Still can't wait for you guys to be competing up next.
That'll be interesting, Brad.
The team killed me.
That's cute.
And KX, of course, looking around with his drone. You know, Rainbow Six Siege has been a game that many people all around the world have been playing. Millions of people around the world have been playing since 2015, the year that Rainbow Six Siege came out. You know how popular this game is, still played today.
Yeah, it is. There's a
Years
lot.
and years after.
There's a lot of tournaments that actually happen with this game, mainly because it's a high-skilled game, and
Yes,
especially if you
yes.
want to
You
play
actually-
in tournaments.
It's very impact, and it is a low player game. It's not like Battle Royale, so it's easier to find pro players that want to play, and you don't have to find so many bunch of players. And I've watched the tourneys myself, and it's very intense, I'll tell you that.
Well, you're right. It's very intense. So many different things happening at the same time. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now look at this. I believe, yeah, that is a Cracker who's now peeking through, and you can hear the sounds in the background. And it's important, like I said earlier on, that you have to make sure that you listen closely and intensely, because at times sounds can assist you.
Yeah, they can. It also is a downfall if you're not listening properly.
Oh, you're right. And here we go. Matchup taking place right now. Break you down and from behind.
Okay.
A shot to the back of the neck. A clubbing blow right into the back of the neck. And again, I believe, what was going on there? Yeah, so that was, I believe, Cracker who actually destroyed KX.
KX won that.
Or, sorry, KX actually won the match. KX actually got the point there.
He might have
1
a
point
strategy
for the Orange
going.
team. Yeah, that could have been the strategy. You're right. Cracker and KX are absolutely a very unorthodox matchup that is transpiring here tonight. Something I did not expect, but it's happening right now. And that's what the Gaming Weekly is all about. Have no idea what's going to be happening in this 1v1 series in this tournament again to determine who's going to be the champion. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us live right now on Twitch, next week the Gaming Weekly will continue the tournament. We'll finalize the tournament to determine the champion. In fact, the first time since 2020, we will crown our Rainbow Six Siege 1v1 champion. So here we go. Matchup is underway. We are in the match point. 1 point apiece.
This could be
The
interesting.
next man, it will be interesting because the next man to get the point will have the distinct advantage here tonight.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
So, Weadic, let me ask you this question. If you are either of these gentlemen, what would you want to do to try to get back into this game?
Well, you'd want to play it 50-50, actually, like passive and aggressive at the same time. So,
I don't think...
well, it's hard to say, really, because right now, KX is definitely doing a smart strat, and he's spawn peeking. Which,
Well, I don't know what he was doing there for just a second. I don't know if you saw him twirling over and
yeah,
over
I
and
did.
over. So, I mean, does KX actually know exactly what he's doing? I mean, he did win the round moments ago, so maybe he does know what he's doing. But nonetheless, at one point in time, he was twirling. And KX now is looking to find his opponent live tonight in this match. Yeah, so I guess KX now is being focused because he realizes that it's 1 point apiece. So there's no more goofing off here tonight.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a very intense situation for both of them, especially because
Very intense.
1 point each, and they need one to move on. Really, anything
Raiden
can
and
happen.
Weadic, I gotta tell you, it's all about compartmentalizing your opponent. It's all about dissecting your opponent, trying to make sure. Oh, look at this!
Oh.
Wait a second. Speaking about compartmentalizing, I believe now at this point in time they're trying to break each other off. And now,
I feel
looks
like
like Cracker died.
Cracker did a bad play there, and he broke the wall, and then didn't
It gave the
move.
advantage to KX.
Yeah, he didn't move, and it gave KX the amount of time to shoot at however many bullets he wanted. So,
And now KX has the distinct advantage at the moment, but you don't want to count it on Microcracker 9. As KX 170 is up the midway, now back downstairs yet again, looking for the opponent. Moments ago, we saw that incredible action taking place, but again, going back to your point, Weadic, you're right. Looks like KX got the advantage due to the fact that Microcracker for just a split moment didn't do anything, and look at this! Here we go! A shot to the side of the face, and knocked down the opponent. So, congratulations to none other than KX, who advances in the tournament. Knockdown, Cracker.
KX
Wow.
had a good strategy. I can see it.
You're right.
If,
I think it was more of a psychological warfare tonight in this match.
if I were Cracker, I wouldn't have pushed in so fast, and I wouldn't have made it so, like, he knew where he was. Because he definitely made himself noticeable after the first few shots that he got on him.
Mhm.
And when he walked through the door, he didn't really peek, he just walked forward.
And that's the turning point of the match, and that was his downfall. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here tonight, part of the Gaming Weekly. We got the main event, though. My two broadcast colleagues now have decided to soil their hands in this Rainbow Six Siege tournament, so we're about to find out who's going to be advancing. Will it be my broadcast colleague, Braden, or my other broadcast colleague, Weadic? We're about to find out up next in the finale for this entire episode for the first round of matches of the Gaming Weekly live tonight.
Can't wait.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the end of the first round tournament on Rainbow Six Siege. Adrian Matt alongside with my two buddies, Weadic and Braden. And gentlemen, looks like you guys are going to be facing each other. And, you know, we talked about friendships turn into enemies for just a moment here tonight. How do you guys feel that you guys are going to be facing each other because you guys are very good friends?
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna shit on this man. I'm gonna crap on this man.
You
Well,
wish,
hey, listen,
Bobby,
I will tell you.
wish.
Oh, it's just gonna happen.
I will tell you
trust
this
me.
much, guys. I will tell you this much, though, guys. You guys finally lived your lifelong dreams. You guys are now listening to my commentary on your match. Thank you very much.
Lifelong
Okay,
dreams.
well, anyhow-
Lifelong dreams. Lifelong nightmares. Thank you very much.
So again, folks, here we go. This is the final round. We saw the incredible matches throughout the night. We saw Ace advance, we saw Jazz advance, and moments ago we saw KX advance. Now we're going to get set for the final variable. Who's going to be advancing for next week for the championship live in the Gaming Weekly? Again, it's Weatic versus Braden, the two broadcast colleagues of mine, and they have decided to soil their hands. And remember, they have some experience when it comes to this game. It seemed that Braden had more experience, I believe. But of course, we're about to find out what's going to transpire in this matchup. And Weatic is completely focused here tonight. And we talked about some of the different strategies. And the thing about Weatic and Braden, you guys actually saw the different strategies that the other players were using earlier on. So perhaps maybe you can actually adapt to those strategies and actually use them. And here we go. First contact of the matchup. There's Weatic now. Shot right there to the side of the face. Braden doing the smart thing. Falling back for just a second. Switched over to the pistol and knocked down his own friend Braden. That was the first round. Weatic's first round in the matchup, folks. Of course, again, it was interesting because of the fact that it was Weatic that systematically picked apart Braden. Braden, I have a question for you before the next round.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in the next round to try to pick up the speed?
Actually have my game audio on. That'd probably be a smart idea.
Yeah, and we talked about how the audio is important. It's keen to win matches.
Yeah, I had it off because I was trying to listen to Adrian and Noah when commentating. So having it on would be a good idea.
Hey, there's nothing bad with listening to me on commentary.
My screen literally shook and it scared the crap out of me because I didn't know what happened because I did not have my game audio on.
So, talking about the confidence levels, I believe Weatic's confidence are beginning to build inside, and he's going to use that confidence as a momentum boost respectfully. We are now in the match point. It is a 1v1. Weatic has the first point. We're about to find out if Weatic is going to have the second one. And there you see Braden's, yeah, that is Braden's. Yeah, we're about to find out. There we go. Weatic, I saw the suspense in the background. I saw that. That was pretty interesting. And now trying to knock down the drone, and Weatic was so close. Braden's so elusive here. Braden is so elusive.
I'm going to make you waste all your ammo.
Well, they're enjoying it. Oh, my. So, I guess that was a bit of a strategy, I guess, for Braden to kind of make Weatic all out of sorts before their confrontation physically.
There's no more leaning back now. I'm coming in.
Oh, here we go. You heard in the background. No more leaning back. Braden's going to be a lot more focused tonight. And Weatic now scouting out the area. Going to be surveying the environment right now. You can hear the bullets in the background. Again, more psychological factors really come into the matchup. Into the mind of these gentlemen. Having so much fun tonight, though, to determine who's going to be the champion. All right, next week. Oh, my. Braden walked right into that one. Braden walked right into that one. Take a look at the replay here. You saw Weatic was actually measuring the opponent, realized that Braden was so near, and then boom, shot down Braden. There we go. It was indeed a victory. Weatic has advanced. Braden, hey, listen, I got to give you credit, though.
So
you did a great job in there.
If you want to know my actual opinion, I gave him that win. There's no excuse for that. I gave him that because I will not be here next week, so.
Okay, well, that is true. You won't be here next week, but I highly doubt that you gave that win.
Nope.
Although we all know that if I was in the tournament, I'd win. All right, well,
I'm totally not laying back, eating chocolate nuts. Oh, I'm just trying to oh my God,
chocolate nuts.
Okay, honestly, I'm done. I'm done.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here tonight, a part of the Rainbow Six Siege tournament. Had a great time here tonight. To reset what has happened again, it's going to be Jazz versus Ace, and KX are going to be facing Weatic next week live in TGW. We're going to determine who's going to be the champion next week for the first time in 2 years. The Gaming Weekly continuing this incredible tournament. And before I go off air, let me just tell you this. Minigun Killer 10, you stink! You stunk here tonight, and you failed.